Today we are tackling 3 of my most favorite fall soups. These are the soups that warm me from the inside out and get me excited about the fall. We're going to start with a curry soup that has sweet potato and kale. I love sweet potato and kale and they go so well together. Then we're going to be making a classic butternut squash soup. This is phenomenal and so popular this time of year. Finally, we're going to make a minestrone soup, which is absolutely amazing. So enough talking. I'm Chef Ani. Let's get cooking. So with our curry soup, we're going to start by sauteing some onion in a little bit of olive oil. If you don't want to use olive oil, you can use water. Then I'm just going to slice some mushrooms. Today I'm using shiitake mushrooms. They add such a nice flavor and like a meaty texture to it, which is so good. And we're just going to let this soften here for a couple minutes. We're going in with some fresh ginger and some sweet potato. And then I'm going to halve some Brussels sprouts. I just parboiled for a little bit, but you could also throw them in raw. And then we're going to add some vegetable stock, some curry paste and tomato paste, some Better Than bouillon, and some Bragg's liquid aminos. And then we're going to bring this to a boil. So our soup has been cooking for a little while, and you just want to cook it until the vegetables are tender. Then we're going to add in some coconut milk. This adds a really nice creamy kind of flavor. All right, next I'm going to add in some kale. Just going to give it a rough chop. And we're also going to gently add in some firm tofu, and you want to be very gentle with stirring it so that the tofu doesn't break up into the soup. So our soup is pretty much done. We're just going to add a few little touches that are going to take this soup to the next level. So we're going to add a splash of fresh lemon juice. This really helps to brighten the flavor and it's delicious. To add in a little bit of maple syrup. You could also use agave nectar or whatever sweetener you like. This just really adds an extra dimension of flavor to this soup. And this is pretty much it. Isn't this a gorgeous soup? Moving on to our next soup, this is a butternut squash soup. So we're going to start with a good butternut squash. I like to just take off the top and the bottom to make it a little easier to peel it. Almost peeled my arm there. We're making 3 soups today. Gotta move. Add a little olive oil and some salt. And we're just going to get in there with our hands and make sure everything is nicely coated. So while our butternut squash is in the oven, we are going to saute some onion in a little bit of olive oil. Next, we're going to add some garlic and some crushed red pepper, some carrots. Next, we're going to add some vegetable stock, sage, and a bay leaf. Sage, of course, goes so well with butternut squash. A little bit of salt. Some cashews will add a nice creamy consistency to this, and some Better Than bouillon. And then we're going to blend, add in our butternut squash, and blend again. So that completes our butternut squash soup. As you can see, it's super simple, super easy, and delicious. I absolutely love this soup, especially around this time of year. Okay, so we're moving on to our third soup. This is this gorgeous minestrone soup. It is beautiful, such a favorite, and so warm and cozy for this time of year. So we're going to start by sauteing some onion in some olive oil, along with some minced garlic, chopped celery, and carrots. This, of course, adds a very nice base to many soups. We will add some green beans, vegetable stock, and some petite diced tomatoes. Next, we'll add some small red beans and small white beans. Today, we're adding several seasonings: oregano, thyme, basil, parsley, cayenne, and a little salt. After this has cooked for a little bit, I like to add some fresh spinach and some cooked shells just to finish the dish. This is our minestrone soup. Isn't it absolutely beautiful? I love to have this on a cold day, maybe with some nice French bread or some dinner rolls. It is tremendous. So there you have it. Those are my 3 top favorite fall warm and cozy soup recipes. I love having these recipes in my back pocket, so on a cold day when I need something comforting and warm and cozy, I can whip out one of these recipes. Thank you so much for sticking with me. If you have made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. You just totally made me so happy, and I hope you have a fantastic day. If you want to, please like and subscribe to my channel. It really does help me out, and I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday with another video.